So yeah, it also helps with like gaining new emotes and all that. Alright, let's get into it. Hey everybody, how you guys doing? We got game 2 of the finals. Daddy Slavington versus Axe to You. This man's Axe finds himself in another really tough matchup as he is Nemesis into Apollo. This is known to be one of the really, well, it has in the past been known to be really probably one of her main counters, but Apollo has gotten a lot worse. You know, he's not as good as he once was by any means. So I see more viability for Nem in this matchup than ever before. The thing is, it's still the Apollo mechanic in this. Well, what makes it so strong for him is that he can mez every time she uses her her shield, which, you know, removes the shield from her, and it ends up giving him more protection. So it just, you know, shits on her in the boxing match.
Remember, Nick, don't forget to turn off bit donation notifications. It will ruin the flow of the video.
I love you. Thank you. So, oh, this is going to be a close one, actually. She's already used her 2, so it should quickly go to the slot. Yeah, good stuff by him, making sure that he could secure that. Accent a little crazy going for that. And I don't know why he used his 2 so early on. He could be dead here. Very well might be. Oh, I think he's got a shield, though. He does. Just didn't use it. Just didn't use it, unfortunately. Damn. I think what happened was, I feel like I sort of saw a movement coming out of him. Maybe he was starting to use his 2 at the exact time, so he couldn't shell because he was in the animation of his 2. Maybe. But yeah, I gotta say, this guy got the rough end of the draft this game yet again. And Apollo just got really great boxing potential too. You know, as someone that needs to fight into Nemesis when she goes like all in on you, he can distance himself with the mez and just, you know, kind of what's the word? Buffet her. Buffet. He can buffet her. That's a real word. In Pokemon, they would say you're getting buffeted by the storm. And I always thought it was buffeted by the storm because I was like, what kind of idiot thinks it's buffet? Everyone knows B-U-F-F-E-T is buffet. Because I learned that when I was a kid. But it turns out buffet is also a word, and it means like to be harassed by projectiles. Nah, I don't know. That's what I thought of it as. But it pretty much. I forget the exact definition, but yeah. But yeah, so he pretty much can just buffet her from far away with these autos after closing the you know, or actually after opening the gap, after getting some distance between them again. He's gonna be careful here because Axe does have a shell, so maybe a little bit of dive potential, but he should be pretty safe as long as he's got his mez. All right, we're gonna see in slow motion what happens. Ooh, that sucks. That's the worst case scenario. He's trying to back so that he can ult really quickly. I was supposed to. Oh, he's not in. Wow. Now he ults. Come on. Get out of here. If he ulted immediately, he still wouldn't go. It would be close. Very smart of Axe to go back very, very quickly there. Yeah, Death Soul for Nemesis is actually known to be the better pickup. At least from what I've heard from like the better Nemesis players. I never believed it in the past because I always used Bluestone because I figured, you know, she can't clear for shit, so she needs it. But no, at least she can keep autoing the wave and keep her sustain game up. It helps her a lot, so. It also sucks that her clears, like I said, so bad. She doesn't want to shield here because if she does, he just messes it. So he ends up just taking all this damage, never actually getting shielded, and dying. So I'm feeling an F6 here. Axe before this game said, you know, he banned out all my gods, and he banned out Thoth and Vulcan. So my man, while incredibly talented on those gods, it looks like he definitely needs to pick some more up if he wants to win this tournament. Because the thing about a tournament, you know, it's like you're running a gauntlet, and people adapt to what you've shown throughout the tournament. They know what you're going. Yo, thanks so much, Macho. Really appreciate the 4 months, dude. Yeah, so they know what you're going, and they know what your comfort picks are and everything. They also know like what you ban and stuff too. So you can't rely on the same, like, you know, 2 or 3 picks. So unfortunately for Axe, seems like he's got a very niche god pool, and when it boils down to that in a, you know, finals game like this, he's reaching real deep, then, yeah, it starts to be more of a problem for sure. So close for both. Wow, I feel like he almost had that. I think if he kept with it, he might have actually killed him first. It was really close. Because he still had his ult on him, too. So that was going to be, you know, lessen protections, Apollo. And increased protections, Nem. So I feel like she probably could have... At least that was her best option. Because she was going to die otherwise. Yeah, this is not looking good. Sloth already got, you know, over halfway through his stacks on the Devo. He's going his regular build of foregoing the defense. And in this position, you can also justify it because Nemesis steals the protections anyway. But you still kind of want those early protections for fighting against her, you know, her shield, her 2 damage, and all that. For this guy, he likes toughening it out without the defense yet, and that's cool. I like it. If you can get away with doing that more often, I would really like doing that. I just feel like it's objectively not as good, but maybe you can, you know, prove me wrong, and I'll start doing that again. Because I hate the fact that it's so defense oriented in Duel. Really good autos here from Sloth. He's showing a really good Apollo game, you know, very, very clean. He wants that final kill, but can't find it. And yeah, Axe down 3 levels here, 2k gold. Sloth's, you know, bold enough to stick here because he knows the position that he's in, just how much of a lead he has, and how much of an easy disengage he has, even if she ults him. Look, she tried to bait out the Mez, that's cute. Yeah, she could definitely try shielding from further away, so that she at least shields those autos outside of his Mez range. She's gonna look for the dash here. It might be up before his Mez. Nope. Oh, she did actually have it, but I guess she figured his Mez would be up. I don't think it would be up yet, because his Mez has a pretty long cooldown. But now, yeah, like I said, you can see how hard this matchup is, especially when it gets to this position. But I don't think it's as hard as it used to be. I do think she's got a decent ability to try to fight into him in the later stages of the game. But obviously not if it ever gets to this position. Who's thicker, Apollo or not? They're both skinny as hell. I love that pumpkin, that jack-o'-lantern. I never call them jack-o'-lanterns. I always call them pumpkins. I don't know about you guys, but if it's a jack-o'-lantern, I still call it pumpkin. Shit. Another buff secured by Apollo. It feels so good to secure his buffs with his one. I don't agree with this Golden Showers, Lucky Charms backing animation that Sloth has opted into. That's one thing, you know, I heavily critique from his gameplay, other than the many missed Fenrir jumps. That's not doing it. The audience doesn't love that one. He's going for the ult onto the Bull Demon. I was going to say, if he actually goes for the ult onto her, it could be pretty funny because she actually just double dashed out. So she would have that dash down. He might have been able to just kill her off it. But of course, the Bull Demon will reward him with even more than that kill. And he's just going to look for potential to end here. This is going more and more obviously in the way of Daddy Sloth. But, I mean, like I said, you gotta give Axe credit. His games were incredibly solid. Like, if you come into this and only watch these games, you know, these finals games of his, definitely go back and watch his semifinals match. And I think we had his quarterfinals, so I think we just had an Axe run at the end here. So, yeah, definitely go back and watch those games where he he tore it up. He was incredibly strong. But shout out to Sloth, he has been able to really just negate a lot of Axe's playstyle and a lot of his gods. You know, he banned out a lot of his god pool. It's like a hat masker that is Ymir, man. But you know, that's like, it's a big component of like tournaments and, you know, having ban phases and stuff, and I like that at least about it, because it should be about having you know, a couple gods up your sleeve too. Oh shit! Hey, there you go. But the Phoenix unfortunately goes down. How sucky is that? When you finally get a kill, the Phoenix goes down at the same time. I swear she says Zuzu in this skin, and that's Zuko from his youth. When, not even just from his youth, but fucking, that's what's her name called him? Azula. So, I don't know. What is it actually reference to? Because it's not a reference to that. Who's creeping on you, Rob? Tell me. Axe going straight for a stone cutting here. I don't think this is at all the choice, given he's this far behind, so he desperately needs to get something. He chose one of the most expensive items without any attack speed on it. You know, he needs the attack speed at this point. Probably should have just gone straight into an Executioner. I always forget about this with Hollow Skin, though. This was one of the SWC ones, right? I'm not that big a fan. I love the regular TSM one, but it's pretty cool. Shield of Thorns, rocks, and doesn't matter. A valiant effort. He got at least a kill. Wasn't a complete shutout, but unfortunately, you know, not the finals that Axe was looking for. Daddy Softing, however, a really strong, dominant performance. Had, you know, great picks. Good stuff. Really, overall, a crazy solid tournament. Unfortunate that the finals were, you know, more one-sided than even usual. And like I said, you didn't get to see the best of Axe, but we saw a lot of greatness from Sloth, and we saw a lot of greatness from everybody all throughout, including Axe. So great stuff, you guys. Thanks so much for participating and, you know, just giving it your all.